That's about it. My name is Jesse Smith. I'm the chef at Pinky's Kitchen in Seattle. We're a barbecue restaurant, but then I also do a YouTube cooking show just for fun. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Today we are going to be making two dishes. One is a 3 mushroom spring roll, and the other is Chinese sausage fried rice. Okay, so right now we're going to start on these spring rolls. So let me talk about these ingredients for a minute. We've got 3 different kinds of mushrooms. These are called king oyster mushrooms. We've got shiitake mushrooms and then just regular oyster mushrooms. So my 3-year-old, she hates to eat vegetables. But I've figured out if I can take a bunch of vegetables, pile it into a spring roll, and deep fry it, then she'll eat it. Now again, these are the king oysters. And these mushrooms are really, really meaty. So I'm just going to dice these up. And we don't really care about how this dice looks. We're not looking for anything really perfect because nobody's going to see it. It's going to be inside this spring roll. All right, so it looks like our pan is getting hot. I'm just going to throw in the mushrooms first. I'm just going to mix that around there. It's awesome that they gave me this stove because it's actually like as crappy as my stove at home. So I'm used to it. I would love to say that I have a gas stove at my home, but that's just not true. Okay, so now we're starting to hear that sizzle, which is good, because we're looking to get some color on these mushrooms. And don't be afraid to use too much oil, because like I said, they are going to soak up all that oil, and that oil's got a great flavor that is going to add a lot to the mushrooms. So once we start to get some color on there, which isn't quite happening yet, then we're going to throw in our cabbage. And once we've got that, then we're going to just set it all aside and we're going to let it cool for a minute. We're going to add some herbs into that, and then we're going to wrap it into our spring rolls and deep fry it. All right, so our mushrooms are starting to sweat down. They're looking pretty good, got a little bit of color on them. We're going to add in our cabbage. And we're just looking to wilt this down. Doesn't have to cook for long. Make sure you spill a bunch of stuff all over your stove. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm cooking at home, there always needs to be a drink in hand. It's very important. So we just want to wilt this down a little bit, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add this mushroom soy. Now this is a lot thicker than a regular soy sauce, and it's been infused with mushrooms. And you can use this in all kinds of applications, but it's really salty. Obviously, it's soy sauce. So we don't need to add any salt into this because the soy sauce is going to take care of that. That's starting to smell good now. We have got everything in here is all cooked down, ready to go. Just going to put it in this bowl and set it aside. I'm going to take some red Thai basil, and we're going to just pluck these leaves off. And we're going to chiffonade this. And the best way to chiffonade a leafed herb is to just pile it all up and roll it up like a cigar, right? And then you're going to bring your knife across it just like this. I'm going to add that into our mushroom mixture. Okay, so normally I would let this cool down a little bit longer, but we don't have time for that. So just get your hands in there and get it. All right, so when you're wrapping a spring roll, have you guys ever wrapped your own spring rolls? Anybody? Some people? Okay. So the good trick is so we want to put this so the diagonal is facing you. We're going to fold it up like an envelope. So the first thing you do is you roll it up like this, and you want to make sure and pull it back a little bit and make it nice and tight. We're going to fold it over again, and then we're going to add some more water. Make sure it can stick to itself. And you want to roll this nice and tight, because if you don't, what's going to happen is when you drop it in the deep fryer, the filling is going to go everywhere, and it's not going to be fun. Well, it might be fun to watch, actually. It is fun. So my daughter, she's 3. She loves to make these with me. However, she's terrible at it. So what I end up doing, I'm only saying this because this is something that's really fun for kids to do, but they're probably not going to be very good at it until they've had a lot of practice, just like you won't be unless you have a lot of practice. So just gently set them in, and those are going to deep fry for about 2 to 3 minutes. So that's the color you're looking for. Obviously, I'm sure all of you have eaten a spring roll at some point in your life. So, I'm going to turn my deep fryer off, my very fancy homemade deep fryer. And we got our spring rolls, and that's the show. Now I need you guys, whoever's feeling hungry, I need 3 people to come up and taste. This guy, that guy, and this lady. All right, come on up, guys. You guys are forever going to be known as that guy now.